what advice do you have for conscious content creators?
I really love this question because I'm so passionate about what I do. I love being able to make videos, and I feel like I've been able to balance my sort of wellness journey, my spiritual journey, with just being a human and not needing to take it so seriously. Or I feel like I don't intentionally make wellness or my mental health journey the main part of my videos. I weave that into my day-to-day life, and I really like to share beautiful aesthetic moments, but then with my spoken word, with my poetry that I share, I get to bring people into a deeper experience. And I think that is really beneficial because a lot of times people aren't looking for someone talking about their mental health journey. Like, all of us do maybe need tips or want guidance, but a lot of people do go on social media to be entertained. And if you can do both, entertain, excite them, inspire them creatively, and drop in some nuggets of wisdom throughout that, that can be really accessible and be something that just helps your content sort of take off in the fast-paced formats of social media. So I think not shying away from any aspect of your experience, not needing to rest fully into just your spiritual journey, but also how you live your life and the ways that you adorn yourself. Maybe you make more ethical or conscious choices with what you wear, and you can share that. Or maybe you're an artist and you can share all the beautiful aspects of who you are and your life, as well as the spiritual journey and the mental health things that you may be going through. It feels like sharing the deep down parts of yourself and bridging that with the beautiful exterior that a lot of people do gravitate towards on social media, and sharing many different aspects of your life helps to bring in a broader audience as well, because some people might just be interested in vegan food videos, or some people really like ethical fashion or ceramics. I mean, these are just things that I share, but then they stay for, you know, the genuine, authentic, unmasked heart that's behind all of that. So I think not shying away from sharing all aspects of your life and not needing to stick with a certain niche or put yourself in a box too soon and brand yourself as something. It's pretty much just being genuinely, authentically embodied and knowing that you're bringing that into everything you're doing, and people will be interested if it's, you know, coming from a true place inside of you. And I really feel like a lot of my friends on the exterior don't seem spiritual or concerned with wellness or things like that, but it's the way that they live their lives that shows me, and the reasons that we connect is because of the intention we bring into everything. But a lot of my friends are artists and do dancing or painting or just so many things across the board, but they just weave poetry into their lives. And I think that that's a really great way to share on social media as well, is not needing to rest too deeply into an identification with like spirituality or wellness, but sharing it the authentic way it shows up in your life. And I also recommend not absorbing too much content either, so that you can figure out what you want to create, the way you want to create it, the text you want to use, the music, and really getting excited about sharing your story in your unique way rather than outsourcing templates of how other people have done it.
Yeah. It's powerful. I feel like for you, for me as well, for so many creators, it's a process of discovering what uniquely lights you up and like what can authentically bring you excitement for what you want to create and how you want to share in the world. And that's a process of self-discovery, you know, as much as it is a self-expression. They're like one and the same, really.
Yeah.
Removing those voices that aren't yours, discovering what really lights you up, how you want to share, and then getting good, like putting in the time and the effort of whether it's editing, whether it's filmmaking, photo making, painting. It's like whatever your art form or vehicle of expression is, how it gets shared with the world, not just what you're sharing, but the way in which it gets shared. That's a process of commitment over time to really get good at something. And you've gotten good at making videos and understanding how, you doing thumbnails and titles and creating engaging topics and sharing it in a way that is concise and really breaking it down for people to be able to digest and apply in their life. And a lot of that, because it seems so easeful, people probably they don't see the behind the scenes work that you put in to do that. But for there's a saying that those who know knows who know. So like being able to see somebody that creates at a certain, in a way that's packaged and that feels easeful. I know there's a lot of effort that's gone into that over a lot of, big period of time.
Yeah, it's a lot of filming and editing. It's so funny because I will spend like 3 days working on a video and I'll have spent a lot of time inside editing, but the video is me outside, like living this great life in nature. And I'm like, wow, they don't see that half the time I'm like crunched up underneath a blanket just on my device and actually really connected to technology and social media. But I do really like to completely log off the moment that I upload. And this is the reason why I don't always interact with comments, because I could spend like full time just responding to comments. But the moment that I post, I'm like completely done. I need to go outside and touch some grass. And that has been a really helpful practice for me. But keeping it embodied, no matter what you create, just keeping it aligned with what you're actually trying to create in your life, and not something that takes away or not something that feeds to the performance, but something that aids your liberation as well is helpful. And I really like what you said about integratable content, because I do like to share the exact tips of what I learned, even in my sexuality videos. I'm like, here's how to do the stroke, or like, here is the breathwork practice to end your anxiety. It's just like, this is straight to the facts kind of thing, so that people can watch for 5 minutes and get an actual tool. That's really helpful.